Standard Mardu aggro, welcome in, much love, Trav here. This is a woo brew. Well, really, it's an MTG Mastermind brew. We're going to be talking about the new standard in this video, what I've been working on, some updates for Pro Tour Kaladesh, what's happened at Star City, what I recommend, what I don't recommend. I promised you that I would be sharing some deck lists of competitive decks, so today we are going to do that with the deck that James Gosnell, aka Eric Gosnell, in the Magic Mastermind took to an 11-4 finish to 24th place at the SCG Open, and this is almost roughly the deck I was planning on playing the Pro Tour up until the Open. That changed. I have a new one that I'm not going to share in this video, but I will share it eventually. I still think this deck is good. Obviously, it went 11-4. We had one player play it, and it did really well. But I don't really necessarily like how it matches up with the number one deck. So let's take a look at the version James has and then the version that I have. Also, shout out to Andrea Biaggi, who's in the mastermind, who was the first one in the group kind of pushing me towards Boros aggro. Thank you for that. This is really a group effort, as I said, within the mastermind. So the concept of this deck is in the early format, you want to be as fast as you can be. There's a real cost to being the wrong size, guessing the wrong size. If you're too big, you get run over. If you're too little, people can go over you. So I thought, let's just start off with the fastest possible deck. And that is a deck that has the 4 Inventor's Apprentice and the 4 Toolcraft Exemplar, and it's got Scrounger and Copter on the second turn. So you have crazy fast starts. We have Servo Exhibition for more artifacts, Pianolar, Bomat Courier, and we go Throbbing Inspector, and a Reckless Bushwhacker. Bushwhacker, we go wide with this deck, try to kill super fast. Have lots of removal, Deck and Stone to kill the big things, and Incendiary Flow goes to the face. The mana base is pretty sweet with this. We have no Needle Spires, just untapped fast lands and Aether Hub to fix. Between Concealed Courtyard and Aether Hub, we can flashback the Reckless Scrounger. We can also sideboard in Transgress the Mind and Shambling Vent. Shambling Vent's a nice one in Aggro Mirrors, and Transgress the Mind is a good one to beat control decks. Selfless Spirit, Griffspoon, Galvanic Bombardment. So I had an adjustment to this deck, which is really sweet. I'm going to share this here. It came in too late for James, but basically if you play the Spire Bluff Canal, the blue-red fast land, instead of Mountains, it's still coming to play untapped in the first 3 turns, but between Spire Bluff Canal and Aether Hub, we can now splash Ceremonious Rejection, 1 blue counterspell for Aetherworks Marvel, for Sky Sovereign, for stuff like that. Based on the metagame, I don't think this is necessary, all the control decks, although you can counter an Elder Deep Fiend for a blue. That's just crazy. You can sideboard Fevered Visions versus the control decks. It's just fucking insane, right? The Mardu aggro, like, it's a red-white deck. It's got Scrounger, it's got Copter, it's got easy mana, it can loot, it can discard, splash any of the best blue cards, any of the best black cards. So that's the features of the format right now, are the mana. You always want to start with the mana. And again, this deck went 11-4, so it's quite good. But I'm going to explain to you why it's also not what I'm going to continue working on. So first off, features of the format, mana. You want to play the best mana. The best mana are the fast lands and the man lands. In this case, I wanted to go faster, so no man lands. But that's why we see so much red-white, we see so much green-black, we see a little bit of green-blue. There's less blue-white, there's a little bit of black-red, but it's the mana. And we also want to play the most modern cards, and the best modern cards are the fast lands and the man lands. So that's where we're going. And you can see that all through the top 64. There's tons of copters and tons of white-red enemy color stuff. So the reason that I'm shifting is because I really don't like the matchup versus the white-red vehicles. If I'm going to the Pro Tour, there's going to be a lot of people in the Pro Tour who don't have time to prepare or can't find anything better than the white-red vehicles and are going to play it. So I want to make sure I can crush that deck. Like, it's not enough to be okay against it. I want to crush the deck. The problem is that in general rule in Magic is the slightly bigger deck wins, the much bigger deck loses. So the slightly smaller Boros deck is going to lose this matchup because Servo Expedition gets blocked by the Inspectors. Uh, Fleet Wheel Cruisers, just a big badass between the removal. It's not really like a bad matchup, but it's not good and it's hard to really fix. With Galvanic Bombardment, Weaver of Lightning coming in to stabilize earlier, perhaps Gideon to control instead of Fleet Wheel Cruiser. It is not really the matchup that I would want to play, and I don't really see a way to fix it because we're just too small. So I think this deck is great, and it has a decent matchup, but I want to crush this thing. In order to crush it, we need to go slightly bigger than it. I've got a plan for that. I'm not going to share it until either after the Pro Tour or if I get something bigger, so stay tuned for that. Hope you found this enjoyable. I know I didn't laugh or smile that much. I'm slightly cranky today. Perhaps the weather. I noticed people around me are going into their seasonal weather emotional patterns. I'm trying not to. But I hope you have an amazing, amazing day. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you're working on. I still recommend this deck. It's fine. It went 11-4. It's quite good. But it's probably not going to be the deck I'm going to play at the Pro Tour anymore. And I don't want to play it at the Pro Tour anyways because I don't really like hyper aggro that much. I'd prefer to have something with a little bit more flexibility. So I'm kind of relieved that I can do something else. So I'll see all y'all soon. Have an amazing, amazing day. Much love. Take care. Let me know what you think.